on too long, but I just want to say thank you to our sponsors. Let's give them a round of applause. Am I doing on time? It's not even 5 o'clock yet, right? All right, and reunion's at 6 p.m. So I prepared a little lightning talk. There may be one tomorrow. I apologize for the awkward delay earlier. The Wi-Fi is predictably quite bad. It's usually that way at conferences. But there were just a few topics that I did want to cover this evening. So we're going to just talk a brief, friendly conversation on how to Dockerize your Drupal 8 and Easy Publish websites with 12-factor REST APIs gateways, as well as some e-commerce initiatives for async best practices. And of course, we're going to use Microsoft Azure. Thank you, Jesus, for the guidelines and how to set that up earlier. And I will be using Firefox, Chrome, and Internet Explorer for this. Unfortunately, Anne-Sophie has a gong over there, and I don't think I'd make it through the first 2 lines of that description. So instead, we're going to have a little talk about lightning. And you're thinking, really? Yeah, really. So lightning is this fabulous stuff that you might find if you looked up in the sky in any recent storms recently. This is over in San Francisco, but we're in New York, so let's bring it home. Yeah. So this is, we'll see lightning a lot over here because we have a lot of tall buildings. And it's also international, so our Sensio friends from Paris have experienced it. It's not pretty good. And as well as you'll find it down that lightning is no respecter of creeds, faiths, or religions, so you'll find it in the Vatican as well. And ultimately, why is lightning going after all these targets? Because it hates freedom. So I get to the bottom of this, and I think it's just starting to send with some people in the audience that this is not an actual lightning talk, but it is. And so we went to Nikola Tesla, because he's a popular guy right now, and we said, Nick, what can you tell us about lightning? Is it some magical force? Is it some, can we say that? No, absolutely not. It's approximately something scientific. We can measure it. So approximately, we went back to Nick and we said, tell us, how powerful is lightning? Well, it's approximately 1.21 gigawatts. But we decided we need more gigawatts if we're going to do anything important with lightning. So we called the boys down in the lab, and we said, boys in the lab, we need to do something really powerful with lightning, so what can you tell us? So they said, well, let's get the best baking soda and vinegar that money can buy, and we're going to chop off the top of some volcano, probably out by Chris's house over in Portland. They got some volcanoes out there, right, Chris? There you go. Just keep nodding. So we chopped it off, we poured that stuff in there, and we just waited to percolate. And then basically, we waited for a lightning storm that came by, and it was like, holy crap, now, oh, sorry, actually, this is I don't even know it. This makes more sense tomorrow because I'm talking about React PHP tomorrow. So it took a while, so we used an async framework to wait for it. And then we have this volcanic lightning. And that's great because now we can weaponize it. This is fantastic. So now you're pretty scared now. You're like, I don't want the lightning to hit me. So how totally missed the cue on that. You're wondering how dangerous is lightning? Well, it's approximately 3 points of damage and less than 6 points of damage in trampling. So lightning has been used in these weapons in these powerful historical battles all through history, because what else is history other than historical battles? And ultimately, the cats are not friendly with lightning either. So this is always a problem. So some tips, if we're going out at night and you don't want to get hit by lightning, I'm going to leave you with some takeaway tips, because this is a conference and you should be learning something. So if you're at home and you're plugging things in, I know power supplies are kind of hard to find at conferences, so don't start plugging in stuff like this. You're going to be in for a bad time, you're going to shock yourself. Also, if you're outside, don't stand under an umbrella in a lightning storm. Probably a bad place to be. Also, a tree, don't go under a tree in a lightning storm. If there's a phone booth, you could probably go in there. That's pretty safe, especially if it's a TARDIS, then you go back in time before the lightning hits you. That's fantastic. This slide is brought to us by YOLO PHP. It's the only framework with swag. So, moving right along, we're talking about tips of getting hit by lightning, but you might be thinking, Jeremy, I really don't even care about this because I'm not going to get hit by lightning. So what are the odds that you would actually be hit by lightning? It's approximately 1 in infinity, so I'm not lying to you. You probably don't have to worry about this. The odds that people, this is obligatory XKCD comic of the odds that people actually know the statistic. Quite low. Anyway, so lightning's friendly, right? It's not going to hit me. I might as well be friends with it. Seems like a happy little guy to take around. So what are the nicer things of lightning? We know, everybody knows Pikachu. Pikachu's a great friend, hangs out with Snorlax. They get along like clams. There's also the Flash. He's a pretty handsome fellow. And then lightning is just, it's friendly. The person that drew this picture is probably 6 years old, and they're equally as friendly as the lightning. So moving right along, we had some ideas with lightning. Lightning's friendly, it's not going to hit us. Let's use it for scientific good. So we went to Doc Brown. I think you know where this is going. So we basically went up on the clock tower, set up the pole, captured some lightning tower, went back in time. That's fantastic. Thank you. And as the last point, what else can we do with lightning besides going back in time? That's a bit fanciful. I'm going to bring it home, take some tactical takeaway tips. So if we cooked lightning, we could eat it. It's pretty low on calories, pretty healthy. It's keto-friendly, vegan-friendly. Unfortunately, it doesn't taste very good. It's good for charging up our phones instantaneously. So that's nice. And additionally, if we have these Tesla coils that Nicola gifted us with, we can take those out back by our garages and power up some electronic vehicles. But nobody wants to ride anything that looks like this. So instead, Tesla was like, I got you covered. Let's make a sports car. If you're looking for a review of this fabulous vehicle, I'd recommend the Oatmeals article on it. It's very excellent. And since we're in cars now, we have cars powered by lightning. We need some way to, when you're on the road, you're going to run out of lightning, so we need some more lightning. So we need portable lightning sources. So we have these guys, and they came from the Laravel community, so we refer to them as lightning artisans. But they're actually just farmers out in the Amish country that are growing lightning for us. And one time, lightning hit a rainbow, and Neil Patrick Harris was born. That's a true story. Thanks.